Hi, pretty boy. All right, we have Koji in his week 1 recap. Oh, good boy. Right now, we're just going to start training off with some toy play, warm him up. I'm using what's called a flirt pole for training or for playing right now. So it's nice. It's this nice long pole where my hands can stay away from the mouthy end so that Koji can play with that toy without any worry of his mouth maybe connecting with my hand. It's also nice because I can stay standing. So I can stay standing to play where I don't have to be on the ground with him, really teach him that he can play with his toys independently and avoid any negative behavior like trying to jump on me or again trying to mouth at my hand instead of the toy. What a good boy. So with our flirt pole, he can play with it as just like a chasing the toy. He can play with it where he's tugging the toy. So I might hold some pressure on this pole up here and let him tug in different directions. After a few seconds where he's getting a nice tug on that, I will loosen up. That way he can win that game of tug. But at no point will I be dragging him with this toy or pulling him up off the ground with this toy. Good boy. And once he lets go, you can kind of flirt it around, hence the name of a flirt pole. So kind of toying it around so that he really wants to chase that toy on the end of it. Good boy. You're a very good boy, Koji. Yeah. Good job, bud. And maybe after a few minutes of some play, we'll get into training. Good boy, sir. Good boy. Wow, you got a good hold on that toy. Good job, buddy. Yeah, good job. Oh, good job. You let go. Yeah. Yeah, good boy. All right. So the first thing that we worked on this week, it's going to be introducing our clicker. So we're going to introduce a reward marker. And the way that we're going to do that is going to be by doing what's called charging the clicker. So to charge that clicker, I'm going to show Koji that I have some food. Good boy. Good. And then I'm simply going to click that clicker and give Koji the food. Good. Now when I'm charging my clicker, important that I'm not capturing any negative behaviors. So I don't want to capture it when he's maybe jumping on me, or if he's barking, which he's not doing any barking right now. He's being a very good boy. Oh my gosh, was that a bigger one to chew? Yeah, good boy. Good job. And then when I'm giving him the food, I'm practicing it where I'm putting it on the ground, but also some of them I'm feeding him from my hand. Good job. So the next thing that we worked on is what's called following a food lure. Super important with training that he knows how to follow food. He knows that the food is coming from my hand, so that's where he's going to look. Good boy, buddy. Good job. And I'll make sure that he follows the food using both hands. Good boy, Koji. I'm going to pair it with his name. Koji. Good job, bud. Koji. Good boy. Good job. Ready? Get it. Good. So the next thing that we're going to practice is charging what's called his release word. For that, we don't have to use our clicker. I'm going to show Koji that I have some food. Get it. And then just toss that food off in a direction. Get it. He's going to learn that when he hears that word, get it, he has to go get the food, or He can be released from whatever position he's in. I also will use it as a reset. So let's say we're working on something, he's not quite getting it, he's getting frustrated. I'm going to use a reset to take a break, get it, and then we'll try again. Good boy, your ear is flipped back. Good job, sir. All right, the next thing that I want to work on is going to be what's called a hand target. So for our hand target, I'm going to show Koji that I have some food. Food's going to be pressed into my palm under my thumb. That way I can really move that hand around and have it flat. Touch. Good. So that he can follow that hand, bop his nose on my hand. Touch. Good. And that's the moment that I want to mark and feed. So I'm marking the moment I feel that nose connect with my hand again. Touch. Good boy. Your hand target I like to use, it's more of a informal recall. So get it. If I threw a cookie over there for Koji to go get, when he knows this behavior, I might ask him for a hand target. Yes, good boy. To come back into me. Get it. Good boy, Koji. Touch. Good job. I also like to use it when maybe I'm out and about and he's getting a little distracted by some other dog over there, and I want to get his attention back on me. I might ask for a few hand targets before we continue on with whatever we were doing. It's a nice behavior to get him to focus. Sit. Good job, buddy. And then for learning our sit this week, food is going to start at nose level. Sit. Waiting for that paw. Oh, good boy. Just wait it out again. Good job. Food will start at nose level and come up and back. Sit. Yes. Waiting for that butt to hit the ground. Now, as you might see, that his front paws are coming up a little bit to try and get that food. So let's say I click when butt and paws are on the ground, but then a paw comes up. I just want to wait for those paws to be back on the ground before I feed him. And ideally, the click isn't happening until that picture is set. So until his butt is on the ground and the front two paws are on the ground. Sit. Good boy, bud. Yeah, get it. Good job. Look at you. Your ear keeps flipping back. Yeah, your ear keeps... Now it's the other one. You're silly. One more time. Sit. Leave that paw out. Yeah, good boy. And right now I'm kind of having him practice this behavior at a weird angle. That's more or less just to try so that you guys can see him better on the video. But you could do the sits with him coming right into you. I don't have food. Let's practice it with food. Hey, that's not food. Good boy. Sit. Good. So up and back. Good job, buddy. Yeah. All right. And the next thing we're going to work on is going to be step 1 to our mat. So with our mat right now, similar to how we've charged our clicker, we charged our release word. I want to charge his desire to go into this mat. So step 1, the mat goes down. As soon as he runs over, that's what I'm going to capture. So that's what I'll click. Hi, buddy. Ready? Your mat. Yeah, good boy. And then the food will come in. I'm going to come in with my follow-up cookies. I don't have to click these follow-up cookies. Here, get it. After 3-4 follow-up cookies, I'm going to get him off his mat using either that get it cookie, or at this point in learning, I can pick him up and just move the mat. And then I'm going to move the mat to a new spot. I know. Go to your mat. And as soon as he comes over, we'll click and feed him right onto that mat. Coming in with my follow-up cookies. Right there, sir. Good job, buddy. Get it. Good. And the goal with this one, I want to make sure I'm delivering my food not too quick, but also not too slow. I want to make sure he stays on that mat and I feed him before he tries to release himself. So I also want to make sure that I'm releasing him from the mat before he tries to release himself. Hi, buddy. Ready? One more time. Go to your mat. Good. 4 paws on. That's what I waited for there. Right here. Good job. He's like, I'm just looking for wherever that food's going to drop. Very good boy. Get it. Go get it. Good boy. What's next, sir? Yeah. All right, good boy. The next thing that we're going to work on right now is going to be to get him dressed in some gear. So right now I have his harness. We're going to get his paws in there. Get you dressed. Good boy. He's a very brave boy. Good job. Yeah. And then with the harness this week, our goal is just to get him comfortable having that on, make sure he can move in this, get it? That way he's not frozen. Sometimes you find that when you first put a harness or a collar on a puppy, they get really nervous and they don't want to walk. So right now we're just making sure that he's comfortable wearing this and he can move without any issue. He's such a good boy. Koji! Good. So something I might play while he has his gear on is a name game. So we're going to play the flying cookie game. I'm going to toss food in one direction. Get it? Koji! Yeah, good boy. Right there. And as soon as he's gotten it, he's eating, I'm going to call his name. The moment I want to capture is when he turns to look at me after I call his name. What's this? Get it? Koji! Good boy. And then I am feeding that food, except you're struggling to get it, sir, as close to me as possible. If I call my dog's name, I don't want him to stop here. I want him to come into me, be near me so that I can maybe put his leash on, get some control over him, pick him up. Get it? It's going to be hard to do with him further away from you. Oh, what a good boy. Yeah, I didn't even call your name. Get it? Koji! Good boy, sir. Yeah, that's a very good man. And then the way that I'm going to get his harness off, I'll show Koji some food, unbuckle that, and then drop the food to the ground so he can step out of the harness. I'm not wrestling, trying to get it off of him. Just an easy unclasp, and he moves. Good boy. That's a very good boy, sir. All right. Hi, buddy. Yeah, hi. And then the last thing that we're going to work on today is going to be some body handling. Hey, what's this food right here? It's right here in my hand. Wow, good boy. Good job. So starting with some simple restraint, he's focused on food in one hand. Here, right here. Good boy. Good job. While that other hand gently comes under his belly. Good boy, buddy. Good. Get it. I am applying a little bit of pressure, but it's very gentle. 1 second, and then we mark and feed him. Next week and the week after, we'll really build on duration of how long he tolerates that hand under there. Good job, bud. We'll practice handling his paws. Yes. Good. Yes. Good job, bud. Yes. And notice how I'm using a verbal marker. Yes. instead of that clicker. I find that when I'm doing my body handling, I don't love using my clicker. I have to use both of my hands very close to his body. So I tend to use a verbal reward marker instead. So I'll use that verbal yes to mark that he did a good job. He did what I asked for. Food will follow. So same thing when he hears that click, food's going to follow. When he hears that word, food is going to follow. Good boy, buddy. All right, we got a few more things. I also want to make sure that I'm practicing handling his tail. Yes. Good boy. When he goes to the vet, he's going to have to get his temperature taken. Yes. When he goes to the groomer, he'll have to be cleaned up back there where they have to lift his tail. Yes. Good boy. Practicing looking in both of those ears. We're going to look in his eyes, your beautiful blue eyes. Yes, good boy. So for that, I'm just using that food to tilt his head up, and then my other hand is going to pull the fur above his eye back a little, gently. Yes, good boy. And the final piece, we're going to try to look in his mouth. Yes, good boy. So for that same thing, he's focused on food. Gently, I'm just going to lift that lip fur up a little so I can look at his teeth, look at his gums. Ready? Get it. Good job, buddy. Yeah. Good boy. And that's it for Koji's week 1 recap. Good job, sir. Do you want to finish with some toy? Yeah, get it. Good job, buddy. What a good boy. Good boy, Koji. Get it. Oh my gosh. You got it. Good boy. Good job, bud. Good job. Good boy, Koji. Yeah. Good job.